A woman will rarely say, "I want you," but if you really listen, she's been saying it all along, in ways most men never notice. In today's world, women often won't express desire directly, not because they don't feel it, but because they've been taught to protect their emotions. Society tells her to be mysterious, to not appear too forward. But here's the truth most men overlook. She's always communicating, just not in the way you expect. If you're truly paying attention to her tone, her timing, her tiny questions, you'll begin to understand a secret language. A language of subtle hints, casual phrases, and emotional nudges that speak louder than direct words ever could. And when she's ready to open up, emotionally and intimately, she won't just walk up and say it. She'll give you the signal. And if you miss it, you miss everything. Welcome to Powerful Stoic Way, where we go deeper than surface-level attraction. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 powerful things a woman says when she's truly ready to get close, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. These aren't just random words, they're emotional gateways. And once you learn to recognize them, you'll never be confused again. So stay with me till the end. Subscribe, hit that bell icon, and get ready to understand women in a way that's real, respectful, and deeply magnetic. Let's begin. Number 1. I feel so safe around you. The emotional green light. When a woman says, "I feel so safe around you," don't brush it off as just a compliment. This is one of the deepest indicators that she's opening herself emotionally. And possibly preparing for intimacy. In a world where women are constantly guarding themselves from manipulation, judgment, and emotional harm, finding a man who makes her feel safe is rare. What she's really saying is, "I can be myself with you. I trust that you won't hurt me." This trust is the foundation of any emotional or physical closeness. If she doesn't feel emotionally secure, she will never feel ready for intimacy, no matter how attractive you are. She needs to know that her vulnerability won't be taken advantage of. Let's take a real-life example. You're walking with her at night. She reaches out and holds your arm and says softly, "I just love how safe I feel with you." That's not small talk. That's an emotional invitation. Her walls are coming down. She's letting you into her world. She may be testing whether you'll remain calm and composed, or whether you'll become overly eager. Here's where the Stoic mindset matters. Be grounded. Don't react emotionally. Don't joke it away. Simply say, "I'm glad you feel that way," and let her feel that you're stable. The more secure she feels in your presence, the more likely she'll want to explore closeness with you, and that includes intimacy. Number 2. I've never told anyone this before. When vulnerability turns physical. This line is not just about her sharing information. It's about her sharing herself. When she says, "I've never told anyone this before," what she's really saying is, "I trust you with a part of me I usually hide." And that, right there, is emotional intimacy, the kind that naturally leads to physical closeness. Women crave connection before anything physical happens. If she opens up about her past, her fears, her dreams, she's not doing that randomly. She's choosing you as someone special. And that sense of being chosen, that emotional exclusivity, is often her way of initiating deeper connection. Picture this. You're sitting in a quiet place, maybe in a car or on a couch after dinner. The conversation goes deep. She pauses, then says, You know, I've never told anyone this before. That's your cue. She's showing you her soul. What she needs in return is presence, not performance. Many men ruin this moment by trying to impress her further or rush things. Don't do that. Just listen. Let her feel seen and accepted. When she feels safe sharing her inner world, her body naturally follows her heart. Emotional intimacy is the soil where physical intimacy grows. Respect it. Nurture it. When a woman opens up like this, she's testing the depth of your emotional maturity. If you pass, the door to intimacy opens wider, not just physically, but in a way that makes her want to get close to you again and again. Number 3. Do you want to come over? The invitation that's not just about Netflix. When she says, "Do you want to come over?" you need to understand this is not just a casual invite. It's a powerful symbol of trust. Her home is her sanctuary, her personal space where she feels the most in control, the most herself. And if she's inviting you into that space, it means she sees you as someone safe, special, and trusted enough to break that boundary. She doesn't want just company. She wants your presence, your vibe, your calmness, your masculine energy in her space. That shift from a public place to a private one is massive in the world of dating. It suggests that she's emotionally open and possibly ready to share more than just conversation. Let's break it down further. If she's already physically affectionate around you, leaning closer, touching your arm, laughing freely, then this invitation can signal even deeper interest. She's imagining what it would be like to be with you, without distractions, without public eyes. That's a deep level of comfort. Also pay attention to how she says it. If it's with a smile, a soft tone, or after a vulnerable moment, it's not random. Maybe she cooked something and wants to share, or she mentions her place is more chill. These small statements are wrapped in emotion and suggestion. The biggest mistake men make here is either being too hesitant or overly aggressive. The key is to stay balanced. Accept the invite calmly with quiet confidence. You're not there to get something. You're there to share presence. Be the man who knows how to flow with the moment instead of pushing it. And here's a powerful secret. When you treat her space with respect, like adjusting to her vibe, noticing the details she's proud of, complimenting something about her home, she will feel seen and respected. That emotional charge will linger, and intimacy will naturally evolve if the connection is strong. Remember, she's inviting you not just into her home, but into her life. Treat that honor with maturity, and the connection you build could be far deeper than just physical. Number 4. I wish you were here right now. Desire wrapped in words. This is more than just missing someone. When a woman says, "I wish you were here right now," she's not just craving your presence. She's yearning for the feeling she gets when she's around you. This is a romantic and emotional trigger, and very often it's her safe way of expressing desire without saying it directly. These words often come at night, when she's lying in bed, replaying your recent conversation, or when she's emotionally open after a long day. And here's the magic. She's imagining you beside her. That's powerful. That imagination builds desire. It creates a fantasy. Many times it starts with small talk. She might say, "I'm just lying here and thinking." Then she drops the line, "I wish you were here." In that moment, she's giving you a glimpse into her emotional state. Maybe she's lonely. maybe she's excited, or maybe she just wants to feel your energy. How you respond will either intensify the connection or kill the vibe. If you respond too logically or say something dry, like, "Yeah, same," it weakens the emotional thread. But if you say something like, "Me too," "I'd be holding you right now," or "I'd be there in a second if I could," that stirs her imagination. You're no longer just texting, you're entering her emotional space. Sometimes she'll also pair it with sensory cues like, "I'm cold," or "My bed feels empty tonight." These are not accidental. These are emotional cues wrapped in casual words. They show you she's comfortable enough to let her guard down. It's not just about lust. It's about longing. It's her way of saying, "Your presence matters. You make me feel good." And when you make a woman feel that deeply, she naturally becomes more open to closeness, emotionally, mentally, and yes, physically too. Stay present, stay composed, and honor that vulnerable space. That's how attraction deepens in a way most men never understand. Number 5. What would you do if we were alone right now? The fantasy doorway. This question may seem playful, but it's loaded with meaning. When she says, "What would you do if we were alone right now?" she's handing you the keys to her imagination. She wants to know how you'll lead. She wants to feel desire, but wrapped in emotional intelligence. Think of this line as a test, but not in a manipulative way. It's more of a filter. She wants to see if you can handle intimacy, seduction, and sensitivity all at once. Will you be the guy who jumps straight into something crass, or the one who makes her feel like she's being desired for who she is, not just what she offers physically? One of the best ways to handle this is to paint a mood, not a scene. Say something like, "I'd sit next to you, take your hand, and let the silence speak for us." Or, "I'd probably just hold you and let the moment decide where it goes." That kind of answer is subtle, seductive, and safe. It draws her in without overwhelming her. She's inviting you into her inner world, the part where emotions and fantasies blend. If you navigate it right, you'll make her feel like she's emotionally and physically understood. That's rare. That's magnetic. Another layer. She might also ask this after talking about something emotional, like missing you, feeling tired, or needing comfort. In that case, this question isn't just about physical attraction. It's about emotional fulfillment. She wants to know if you can be that calming force she needs. But be warned, if you mess this up by being too graphic or needy, the emotional spell breaks. The key is to build tension, not release it too soon. Tease her imagination. Let her feel your presence through words. That's what builds anticipation, and anticipation is what makes intimacy unforgettable. As we wrap up today's deep dive into the subtle yet powerful language of intimacy, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Every word, every pause, and every vulnerability shared tells a story of trust, longing, and the silent invitation for deeper connection. When a woman says these things, it isn't just idle chatter. It's her way of opening a door into her inner world. And now you have the insight to recognize that and respond with genuine care. Remember, the essence of intimacy lies in the balance between emotional intelligence and respectful response. By understanding these cues, whether it's her inviting you into her personal space, expressing her longing for your presence, or playfully challenging your imagination, you're not just reading signals, You're building a bridge of trust and mutual respect that paves the way for a meaningful, heartfelt connection. I encourage you to embrace these insights not as a checklist, but as conversation starters that deepen your rapport. Acknowledge her vulnerability, honor the trust she places in you, and meet her with the calm, confident demeanor that comes from genuine empathy. When you do this, you create an environment where intimacy can flourish naturally and beautifully. If you found this exploration into the art of subtle communication helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to Powerful Stoic Way for more thoughtful insights into relationships, attraction, and personal growth. Your support means the world, and it fuels our mission to break down complex emotions and human connections into relatable, actionable wisdom. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. Stay present, stay respectful, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. Until next time, keep cultivating connections that are as deep as they are genuine. See you in the next video.